Okay. So, there we go. Hello, hello. I'll get a little more height here. There we go. Okay. So, hello, everyone. So for our live video today, we are talking about cutting and hemming with hand-woven fabric, and we're also talking about like finishing hand-woven fabric because I'm a little bit tilty. There we go. Because I have 3.5 yards. I think it's 106 inches. So yeah, I got a lot of fabric here. Actually, that might not be. What's a yard? 36 inches, so 72. 106. Like I said, I have 3 yards. I right at 3 yards of fabric. Anyway, I have a lot. Because it's 106 inches. So I have 3 yards of fabric that I wove. And I need to do something with it now. So that means I need to finish it so that it can be washed. And there's a few things that have to happen. One of them is I took the very ends off with my serger and I just serged the end. This is not the final finish on this. I will be turning this down and hemming it. But this is, I did this just so I could make sure that my ends didn't unravel too much. And hey, Angelus, so that when I was working with the rest of the fabric, I didn't have too many problems. Now, I do have some errors in my weaving on this fabric, so I wanted to show you some of those errors, and it's mostly floats. But I'm going to show you what happened so you can check it out for yourself. So, okay, tip that down. All right. So, you can see right here where I've got a float, right here on the edge. And that just means that the thread in my fabric did not get woven correctly. So I've got like a tail here probably. Yes, I do. And then I have a float where things didn't go quite as planned. And then I have another float here where, again, when I was putting my stick shuttle through, it picked up instead of passing over all of the threads. I've got another one there. So I didn't have clean sheds and I had floats and I didn't catch it. So that meant my fabric has floats in it. Let me see. I've got another one here where I had like some real issues where I didn't catch it several times. So I have a big float on the back here. So I was thinking about turning this into a shawl, but honestly this has so many errors in it. I think I'm going to turn it into toweling instead. So that means that I have calculations to do, I have cutting to do, and then we have hemming to do. So that's kind of the plan. So hang on, and we'll talk a little bit, and then we'll do some cutting and hemming on the hand-woven fabric. So anyhow, oh boy, my comments are really big today. I don't know what's going on with that, but it's okay. So I went ahead and I put up the events for the next couple weeks. There, now you can see what we're going to do. There. I put up the events for the next couple of weeks, so we will be knitting and tatting and sewing and spinning. And then the week after that, we'll rotate back around to some Mediterranean knotted lace and some weaving again, and we'll be setting up a new warp. And I have ideas. I don't know exactly which one I want to pursue yet, but I have ideas. So if you have suggestions for what you think I should weave next, drop it in the comments because I'd like to hear. What else can I tell you? Oh, good, I can still see my comments. What else can I tell you? Yeah, so I looked for entrants for the Year of Self-Care for May, but I didn't really see anybody. So if you entered Year of Self-Care and I missed you, please let me know. And don't forget to enter this month's Year of Self-Care contest. Let's see, what was June? June was crafting outside. So wherever you need to go to be outside to be comfortable, go craft outside for a little bit and take a picture and post it to social media and tag Black Sheep Fiber Emporium so we can find you and get you entered in the contest. And remember, that's good for Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. You just have to tag us so we can find you. That's the key. Let's see, what else can I tell you? Oh, excuse me. Very sleepy today. We'll do a tour of the garden at some point soon because I do have a lot of things growing. So maybe instead of Mediterranean knotted lace, maybe I'll slot in a let's go see what Kelly's growing day. Why not? And we'll go visit the ducks and the fish and have a little walk around. That'll be fun. Okay, but I'll get that all scheduled out. And then Saturday, I will do an event. I haven't set it up yet, but I will have an event up where I'm going to go live at the Fiber Festival for a little bit, probably 15 to 20 minutes, and show you what the booth looks like. And I don't know, and we'll just talk. We'll talk for a little bit. It'll be fun. The Slow Yarn Crawl has kicked off. We have seen several orders come through from slow crawlers, so that's really fun. And I sent one off myself, and I know Tina's been sending some out, and that's like kind of exciting. We have all summer to crawl, but it's still kind of exciting. So anyway, and remember I had my buy a special tool, and I told you that I ordered shuttles. I ordered amber shuttles. My Baltic amber shuttles came. Aren't they pretty? Look how pretty. This one's probably going to be my favorite, but I did order a slightly larger one too. And they feel really good in my hand. I have no idea how the guy makes these, but they're super cool. They're super cool. And I think they're so neat. I know, I'm a little excited. I'm a little geeked out about it, but that's okay. So yes, my amber shuttles came. And I think I won this in a raffle or something at one of the lace days. I should probably close that before I show you. But I went through and I kind of sorted a bunch of my tatting shuttles. This is not all of my tatting shuttles. I have a lot of tatting shuttles. It is a good chunk of them though. So now I have a bunch of tatting shuttles kind of where I can get to them. And I can show them to people more easily because I have them all laid out. So anyway, that's really fun. So now that we've kind of talked through some of that, and don't forget to do your year of self-care, make sure that you have followed our Facebook page, YouTube channel, Instagram channel, I don't know, account, and our TikTok channel, and so that you can see all of the latest things that we're getting up to. We do try to post all of those frequently. And make sure that you're checking out Tina's morning videos. She's doing the morning coffee with Tina's. She's putting them up on YouTube. They're also going up on our Facebook page, so you can find them both places. Lots of fun there. But anyway, let's get down to business, and I'm going to talk about cutting and hemming and what we're going to do to turn this 3 yards of fabric into 4 towels. We're going to do towels today. So here we are with our fabric, and there. Hopefully you guys have a good view. The first thing that I'm going to do is identify the front and the back, and I know this is my front because you're supposed to put your tails to the back, but I always end up leaving mine in the front. And what I want to do is just measure out 26.5 inches, because I know that at 26.5 inches, I have to move these things. At 26.5 inches, excuse me, that is 1/4 of my 106-inch fabric. So I'm going to move these things out of the way too. So I am going to cut my pieces so that I can hopefully have nice towels at 26.5 inches. And I am kind of trying to line up my my edge here my woven edge and my selvages. And I know that my selvages aren't going to be perfect all the way through. Honestly, I'm not the world's best weaver. I do this because I enjoy it, not because I think I'm fabulous at it. But I also know that this is going to shrink a little bit in the wash. It's going to tighten up a little bit in the wash. So all I did was I just kind of eyeballed my length really quick, and I got about 106 inches. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut this into pieces. And I could cut it with shears. However, I really like having my handy fiskars. And I think instead of doing it that way, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to line up my ruler. Oh, uh-oh. Okay. Hey, Kathy. Hang on, guys. I gotta go check out what's at the front door. Hi. Can I help you guys? Yeah. There's actually a company just down the road whose name I cannot recall right now, who we use to. Yes. One of the things that we do. I have a live video going downstairs where I'm talking and teaching, and I popped up here to answer the door. Okay, no problem. So yeah, if you want to leave your card, I will absolutely take it. But I kind of have to go back to teach. Thank you. Sorry about that. I know I disappeared there. I don't know. I had roofing people asking me questions about hail damage. Anyway, sorry, I'm back. I'm totally back. Hi, Kathy. It's nice to see you. Hey, Angela. It's good to see you too. Where am I? I'm cutting quarters of my fabric, and I have everything lined up. And I have my rotary cutter, and I am just gonna, uh-oh, I slipped a little bit. Ah! Of course I did. There, try it again. There we go. There, now I got a good cut. So, oh boy, yep, there it is. Now I could go ahead and serge this edge, which I might, just so that I have my fabric pieces ready to go. But I could also just go ahead and fold this up to hem it. So let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna serge it. I'm going to go ahead and serge my edge again, just so that I don't have any unraveling, and then I can do just a single fold hem instead of a double fold hem on these guys. So here we are. Here's my fabric, my piece, ready to be sort of made into a towel. And I think it'll be a decent towel. Be, you know, yay big. Be a nice little like hand towel kind of thing. Okay, so we're gonna come over here to the serger, and we're gonna go zippity zip with the serger. And my goal here isn't really to cut anything off. My goal is just to secure my edge. So again, my goal was just to secure my edge so that it doesn't unravel. And now what I'm going to do, let's come back over here. What keeps it, oh, I serged it really quickly so it wouldn't unravel. Yes, Kathy, because it could definitely unravel. And like I didn't do a great job over here in the corner, which I should have done. So now I have options. I can go ahead and I could double fold it. I could double fold it on a really quick, kind of a short fold like this. And then I could bring it up again. But I don't really like the look of that. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and do sort of a short fold. Yeah, I'll probably do this. All right, but let's go ahead and secure our other end down really quick so that we don't have unraveling from this one either. And I can tell that I don't have a really good beat on this as well because you can see that I've lost a little bit of thread there, some yarn there. But I'm gonna serge it real fast again, right along that edge. And I know that this is not an option for everyone, so if you don't have a serger, you can go ahead and baste along your edge using your regular sewing machine as well. So now I have another edge done. All right, so I'm gonna leave this over here because we're going to work with our small towel. And now we're going to put it over here. Get my tatting shuttles out of the way. And now the goal is to use our iron, and we're going to just iron this edge down. And I could go ahead and secure my end in, but I think I'm going to trim it a little bit so that it's not in the way so much. And then grab a, let's get the smaller one. There we go. Grab a smaller ruler. And do I want like a 1/2 inch? Probably a 1/2 inch. Now I'm going to try to eyeball a 1/2 inch across. And just like this. And just like this. And now I can check it. And I'm just finger pressing that 1/2 inch. And there's 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch. Oh, that's not good. There, 1/2 inch. Okay, so I did okay. It helps that it's kind of hand woven and you can sort of follow your line. And now I don't want to iron it. So there's a difference between ironing and pressing, which I have learned in the last couple of years. Come on, there. And I am going to hit it with just a little bit of steam, just to try to secure this in place. So that, when I go to hem this, everything will be hunky-dory. And again, there is a difference between pressing and ironing, so I am trying to press this down, not iron it into place. And I'm also going to take some clips back here. I don't think that one's 1/2 inch. Oops. Nope. These are just, this one's just a little bit off. Roll this up just a teensy bit more. And my fabric isn't perfect, of course, because I am in the middle of my row. So I did not weave this fabric as well as I should have, that's for sure. But now that I have a decent edge on it, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to clip this down. like so. That might be a little more than 1/2 inch. That's always a problem too. There, that looks better. You know, it's just the tiniest little wiggle. Okay, let me throw another clip on it. And maybe one more clip. Never hurts to have too many clips. That's how I feel about sewing. So there's one edge. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to zigzag stitch this down. And I am going to stitch it from the back. Usually I would say stitch it from the front, but I'm going to zigzag stitch it down. Because I want to be able to see it to make sure that I don't screw up my my hemming here. Now I do have a walking foot on currently. I also have a ballpoint needle on. You do not need a ballpoint needle. You do not need a walking foot necessarily. I was actually using those for my knit fabrics, but I have found that having these things on here, it does assist me in terms of, this is a little bit thicker fabric, so it helps to keep it from kind of wiggling around. Now I have this set on, let's see, a 1.5 length and a 3 width. I did test that on a little scrap of fabric just to see if I liked it. It's this one here. I think the color that I chose should blend in pretty well. And my goal is to kind of zigzag it right along the edge. So we're gonna hope that my machine doesn't eat my fabric and that everything goes okay. So cross your fingers for me. All right, we're started. And this is a woven fabric. And I am trying to go right along the serged edge, but I can tell this is there just a little bit too wide in some places, but you know what, I don't really care. I'm not that precise. I'm more concerned with having it finished than being perfect. And that's how I am about most of my projects, is I'm more concerned about it being finished than it being perfect. And this is kind of the type of sewist, weaver, knitter, spinner that I am. So and I didn't do a great job. There we go. Oh no, you don't. No, wait. Now I didn't need to do that because my machine actually ties off the threads, which is why I didn't worry about back stitching up here. But I don't know, it doesn't look terrible. Could have been better. It doesn't look terrible. Kind of blends in. Now I have a nice edge, at least on one of them. So now we're gonna go back to the machine and press the other one down. And now the key is that I have to remember to press them in the same direction. Anyway, we're gonna have to try to remember to press them in the same direction. Oh, there's so many errors in this fabric. So many errors. But you know what? It'll be fine. It'll make a great towel, and it'll be nice and I'm sure absorbent. And it wasn't really my intention with this. I was intending to make this kind of into sort of a shawl type thing. But you know, I'm just gonna go with it. Best laid plans and all that. I'm just gonna go with it, and it'll be fine. It'll be totally fine. Oh yes, and this is my not nicely cut edge. This was my other end. So let's see. Okay, I'm actually going to try to press as I go right now. There are tools for this as well. We can get them in the shop where if you do a lot of hemming and pressing, then well, that one's a little bit, there we go. We can get there are these really awesome, like, iron over measuring thingies, and anyway, really awesome. They're really awesome. So, I left all my clips over there. That's okay, I have lots of clips. I really like doing this where I go ahead and I use my iron, and then I go ahead and clip it so that my edge doesn't come undone. When I used pins, I didn't do this because it's not as convenient when you have pins. Probably right in front of that, am I? There. And these aren't as long. Oh, there's more pins. As the towels would be if I was like really intending to make towels. But again, I think they're gonna be nice. It is all cotton, except this thread that I used may have some nylon or polyester in it. However, I put, and actually the thread that I used in the machine is also a mix. It's not the 100% cotton. But again, I think it'll be fine. And yes, this is 100% cotton. This is all the Me-Ann fingering weight cotton that we sell. That, I mean, honestly, it's got a beautiful hand. It's very soft. It's very nice. And again, I am going to do this backside up and just make sure that I pressed it, yep, to the same side. And this over here. And slightly overextend my foot. And then we are off and running. Oh look, I'm doing a better job keeping it along my foot this time. I'm not wiggling off to the side. Go me! Now the nice thing about the stripes is that you can kind of make sure that, uh-oh, got a little bit off. There we go. Kind of make sure that your stripes are lining up. And if your stripes are lining up, hopefully, your hemming is decent. It's not a guarantee, of course. There are always ways. Uh-oh, got a little off there again. Yeah, good enough. Again, that's just part of my, like, philosophy of, that's good enough. There we go, there we go. Let's reverse. There we go. We'll tie off. Alrighty. So there we have one finished towel. One, which can now go in the wash and be washed. And then I will trim my little ends that I put in when I was weaving. And all of my sewing thread as well. But yay, look, we got a whole one towel done. Yay, one. So I won't bore you guys doing the other three. I'll get those done after we chit chat. But anyhow, that's kind of, you know, a rough look at the hemming and finish of the towel. And, you know, and it has issues. Oh my gosh, it has so many issues because, you know, I just could have done a better job. But honestly, I just wanted this done. I mean, it's really pretty. I love the stripe pattern. And it was very enjoyable. It was enjoyable to weave it. But, you know, I was ready for this project to be done. So, it has some floats and it has some issues. And I had problems, remember, where I should have tied in a new warp thread, and I didn't do that. But really got to remember to do that in the future. I need to pay more attention. But, you know, the nice thing is it's going to make great little hand towels. I can throw them in the kitchen. Hopefully they're absorbent. They should be. They're 100% cotton, so they should be nice and absorbent. And hopefully they don't get ruined too quickly. And I do expect this to shrink some, so I expect to lose, I actually expect to lose probably a ½ inch, if not more, on the width. And we'll see how much I lose in the length. I don't think I'll lose quite as much in the length, but I really expect this to shrink quite a bit from side to side. Now, if I was a really good weaver, I would have sampled it. Yeah, sampled it. And I would have thrown that in the wash and then checked to see what my shrinkage was. But I didn't do that. So anyway, yeah. So I need to. I've got to do the other 3. But I'm gonna get those done, and I'm all packed, mostly all packed for the Hoosier Hills Fiber Festival, which is in Franklin, Indiana this weekend. And I have, I just have like my stuff to pack. But I packed a bunch of my patterns, not all of them, because I discovered I haven't printed like any of my new ones for the last couple of years. So, you know, I'll have what I'll have. But I do have like almost 150 published patterns. So I have a lot of patterns available right now. And I will have many, many at the Hoosier Hills Fiber Festival. And I even have some passports. I'll have some slow yarn crawl passports in case anybody stops by, you know, from the Midwest and wants to, you know, crawl online, which could be fun. And then, I don't know, I have roving, I have shuttles, I have, yes, we do have weather today. We've got really heavy cloud cover, and it's been raining off and on. And it has not been anywhere near 90 here at all. It's been actually kind of cool. It was kind of cold for us. Like we had a high of like 55 or something over the weekend, and that's really not normal for us for late May. Usually by the time we hit May, it's much nicer. Let's see, what else can I tell you? Yeah, so we're gonna do a garden tour probably in 3 weeks, but I'll put that event up. I'll get the event up if you want to do the cruise along at a fiber festival for 20 or 30 minutes. And it might be me, it might be my friend Lauren, it might be both of us on the video, we'll find out. And then, yeah, just all kinds of fun stuff going on. So anyway, do remember to follow our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, our Instagram channel, I don't know, whatever that is, our TikTok channel, all those places, because we put things up in all of those places. And make sure that you're checking blacksheepfiberemporium.com. I got the kits up for our Frost Fall shoulder warmer and our Grandma's Flower Afghan, which are our 2 patterns for the slow yarn crawl. So they're, you know, convenient, all ready to go. And you get a nice big bag, a nice big Black Sheep project bag to put all your yarn in. So you can keep your project all together, because they are kind of large projects. Anyway, what else have I got going on? Blah, blah, blah. Your self-care, slow crawl, stuff coming up, events on the website, on the web page, sorry, on the Facebook page. Yeah, I have work to do on the website. I'll be doing that next week. So look for updated website looks. I'm going to be working in the shop portion of the website as well, trying to streamline that. So hopefully it will be more user-friendly and more efficient starting next week. So cross your fingers. If you have suggestions for me, feel free to drop a line. It's Kelly with an I, the @ blacksheep@atorenco.com. So I am going to get these 3 other towels finished up so that I can throw them all in the wash and go get my bag packed so that I can leave in the morning and go vend at Hoosier Hills Fiber Festival. I'll have to take a picture of the back of my car because it's full. Not as full as I thought it would be, but it is full. So I will see you guys on Monday for lace knitting, I believe, and then spinning for Wednesday next week. So until next time, please take care of yourself. What do I always say? Physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, craftually, I don't know, all of those things. Just please take care of yourself until I see you again. Bye.